This episode of the ResortLoop.com podcast is brought to you by Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Company. Joffrey's is proud to be the official specialty coffee of Disney. Enjoy drinks and pastries at Joffrey's kiosks throughout the parks and check out the Disney Specialty Coffee Collection only at Joffreys.com.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Please board quickly and safely. Our monorail will be departing momentarily. Thank you.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. This is ResortLoop.com. I'm Tim Scott.
And his lovely wife, Dawn.
And we are here for our vacation wrap-up show number 1.
Yes.
This is very exciting. This show is just going to be about our Walt Disney World experience. We're going to save the cruise experience for a different show. Otherwise, it would just be too much content. Too much. Because we are just crazy people.
Yeah, I think so.
Not really. We found out when we did our little review of this show.
Yeah, it wasn't terribly exciting, I don't think.
But we did this was initially going to be like a 4 or 5 day Disney World trip before our cruise?
It was, and it just didn't work out that way. We were supposed to leave on Wednesday after Mackenzie's theater stuff.
Yeah.
And then get there Thursday, and then have Friday, Saturday, Sunday in the parks, cruise, and then have Saturday in the parks, and then come home Sunday.
Yes. That didn't work out so well.
No, because they changed the dates for her theater stuff. Now her theater was Tuesday, Thursday.
Right.
So we couldn't actually leave. And Stephen was going to have a baseball practice with his team, and so then we couldn't even leave till Friday. And we already bought the 4-day tickets, but we ended up not using them.
Right. We talked about that on a kind of a previous show, that we had the tickets ready to go.
Yeah.
So before we start the show, this Walt Disney World trip involved no parks.
None. It
Yet
was
again.
So sad.
It was very sad. So if anybody out there is wondering about the single-day park ticket prices,
they're insane.
They're insane. 2, will they keep people out from vacationing? Because even though you're going to Disney, you know it's expensive. Yes, they will keep you out of the park. That kept us out of a park because we did not see the value in, $450 or so?
It would be $400 if we didn't go to the Magic Kingdom. The Magic Kingdom is slightly higher priced than the other 3 parks. Mm-hmm. And because we had dinner plans on Saturday night and Sunday night, we could not justify the cost of even going to Epcot, because Epcot was only open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Right.
And we would have had to have left to go back to the hotel, shower, change, and go to our dinner plans on Saturday night or Sunday night, either one, and miss those hours in the parks, for $100 per person.
Yeah, and we didn't want to do that because we were meeting up with friends for dinner on Saturday.
Right. We don't want to cancel those plans. So, in the end, it was fine. But I guess there's people out there that say, oh, we can go to Disney and enjoy downtown Disney and do other things and enjoy the hotel and not go in the parks and have a perfectly good time. Yeah, that is not our family. We had a perfully good time.
We had a good time.
But I would never do it again. We would have to figure out something else.
Well, we've not had a whole lot of park time in the past couple of years because we did this, 2 years ago when we did a trip? We didn't do any park time, I don't think.
No, but we did the parks last year.
Right.
So I wouldn't be at Disney for 3 or 4 days like we were without going into the parks.
No, 2 days I could see it.
Yeah, we like to overnight. If we cruise, do a 7-night cruise, we like to overnight at Walt Disney World. Before we go, because then you can go have a lovely dinner somewhere, hang out at the resort. The resort hotels are just amazing, and it's really fun to be there. Mm-hmm. But after a day, I was done.
Well, another thing, we could deal with it because we're adults.
Oh.
Our poor daughter.
Oh, Mackenzie did not handle it well. She was sad.
She was so excited. She wanted to initially she thought she was going into Epcot.
Yeah.
That's her favorite park. And then she wanted to go into the Magic Kingdom.
It was sad.
So.
She was sad. She's a happy little girl to begin with, but her little face said sad when we told her there wasn't going to be any park time.
Right.
But on the plus side, though, we now have 4 park hopper passes for next year. We didn't think we were going to get to take a vacation next year.
Yeah, we thought we might take a year off next year with the boy in college. And
yeah, but now we have these tickets, and
we have to use them.
And we kind of have our new favorite moderate that we'll talk about.
Yes, we will get into that.
And we'll definitely, I think we might need to stay there next year. So.
But I will say, and this eats me up, that we cannot do the non-expiration option.
No.
Because we would have added that on there, at least gone 1 day in the parks with our existing ticket, but we couldn't do it.
Mm-mm. Well, we probably would have bought 10-day non-expired
We would have
passes.
upgraded.
We've done that a lot before.
Yeah, absolutely. We would have upgraded and gone with the non-expiration. But
I'm sad that's not an option.
Apparently they didn't want us in the park that day.
Clearly.
But anyway, So the first 3 days of our trip, we were there for 3 days.
Yes.
Before I had to leave on our cruise, we stayed at the Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Yes.
It's still one of our most favorite beautiful hotels.
It is wonderful. We last 2 years that we stayed there, we were surprised with an upgrade to the Savannah, even though we had booked a standard view. This year, we did not get the surprise of an upgrade. We did get what we paid for.
Absolutely.
So, and we were perfectly fine with that.
Beautiful room.
It was a beautiful room. And actually, our parking lot view actually was more beautiful foliage out the window.
I was going to say foliage view.
You really kind of had to look through the trees to see the parking lot.
Yeah.
They do a really good job, I think, of disguising that. And it was very pretty out our window.
There's a nice tall palm tree that made lots of little swaying motions and some nice noises of the wind going through the leaves.
It was a beautiful room.
And I will say, whatever brand of Disney sliding door they use on those hotels seals out the noise from the parking lot. Not that there was a lot, but there are a couple buses up in there. I didn't really hear them with the doors closed.
Not with the doors closed. It was very good noise control.
So I don't know what kind of doors those are, but I wish I could put those around my house.
Yeah. It was very good. Our room was very quiet. We were on 5th floor this time, and we were on a dead end because I walked down to see how far the room went down, and it didn't go down terribly far. It was kind of on a dead end, which is always nice for not a lot of foot traffic went through there, so it was very nice and quiet.
And while we were the parking lot view, the other side of the hall appeared to be the safari view, and I think they were Disney Vacation Club rooms.
Pool view.
Was it pool? Well, they were the Disney Vacation Club rooms.
Yes, but they were pool view.
So I don't know if Vacation Club people are quieter people.
I don't know.
It
was quiet. But, even if you stay in a room that does not overlook the Savannah, there are plenty of places to go out and sit. There's rocking chairs on balconies that you can sit and enjoy the animals. There's, lots of places around. So if you don't book a Savannah view room and book a standard view room, there's just plenty of places to go and enjoy those animals. So we had a good
gorgeous
time. It was beautiful. We love it.
So the first full day there was Saturday. What's that?
Yep. Well, Friday night, we got there later, maybe 6:30, 7 o'clock-ish.
Yes.
And the first thing Mackenzie said was she wanted to go to the Mara because that's her favorite place to get something to eat.
Yes.
So we did that and got something yummy to eat. Then we pretty much went to bed. We watched some TV, went to bed. We were pretty tired.
It was a long car ride.
Yeah.
And we had a big dinner. We had a Whataburger.
Oh, yeah.
Every time we can, we swing through Jacksonville. There's a couple Whataburgers. We stop at one on the northwest side.
Yeah. So they're always so sweet there. They always bag our dinners individually, so it's easy to pass out and eat in the car because we pretty much go. Although you always say it's a 16-hour drive. It really is a 17-hour drive.
If there was no traffic, it would have been 16 that time.
It's always 17.
I did it in 16 that one time.
Okay, well.
And coming back was even worse.
Coming back was awful. But let's not get there yet.
No, let's not jump the gun. Let's enjoy our trip.
Anyway, so the next morning we got up and decided to, we had breakfast at the Mara. And Stephen got his Mickey waffles, which he just absolutely loves.
And I would be remiss because Mackenzie's favorite meal there is called the Bounty Platter. Mm-hmm. It's got a little bit of everything. It's got the Mickey waffle, scrambled eggs, some bacon, some sausage, and I think a biscuit.
Oh my gosh. So it's a big breakfast.
It's big, but it's still kind of expensive for Disney, but it's reasonably priced for what's in it. So
that's good.
It's a vacation.
Yeah. So we ate breakfast, and then we decided to go to the pool. And
enjoyed the pool.
Oh, I love the pool there. It was so nice. Even though she's almost 14 years old, she went down the slide a couple times.
She did.
I think, she still is definitely a kid at heart.
She is. She didn't want to enjoy it, but she does.
She does.
She's also our closet Disney fan.
She is. I don't think, among her friends, almost going into high school, that it's really cool to be a Disney person. And so she's because she didn't want a t-shirt. She didn't want anything to wear that possibly could.
Did she get pants? She got pajama pants or something?
Yes, but they're pajama pants and she will only wear them at home.
Right. But still, it was something.
Yeah. So, but we went to, afterwards we got ready, got showered and changed and everything, and we went to a couple outlet malls, had to go to Kohl's because the bathing suit that I brought, I think packing late at night kind of fried my brain, and I grabbed a suit that I don't even know why I still had it because the elastic became very brittle and dry in it, so there's no way to really wear it, so you just need to throw it away. I mean, I made it do that morning at the pool, but I thought it's not going to work on the cruise.
I can't comment on bathing suits at all. I need one as well.
Yeah, you do. So anyway, so I went to Kohl's, got a new bathing suit top for me, so that worked Good. It still went with the bathing suit.
Yep. We always swing by some Nike outlets.
Yes, Stephen had to get new shoes because the shoes he was wearing was not going on the cruise. They were not going on the cruise with us.
No.
They smelled so bad. First of all, they're old shoes. They're his lawn mowing shoes. He's been wearing them to work where he's mulching and mowing lawns, and oh mercy.
Teenage boy, he doesn't care.
Oh, they smelled so bad. I said, those are not even coming on the ship. So reluctantly, he found some new, very nice shoes.
Yes.
So he got those. And
the guy that checked us out was rooting for Cleveland in the playoffs, but
that was nice.
that didn't happen.
No, it didn't go so well.
That's all right.
But yeah, we did that, and then we had our Walmart stop to get some water for the ship and some other stuff, and
yep, then
we were pretty good to go.
Yep.
So,
then we washed up for dinner.
We did, and then we went to our favorite Japanese steakhouse, Kobe, with a friend of ours and her 2 kids.
Had a great time. Great meal.
We did. Oh, her kids are hysterical.
Oh my gosh, they were
I loved them. It was a lot of fun to be with them. So, and I think they had been to a place where they cook at the table before, but they were very little, so they really didn't remember much. So they really had a good time, and the meal was excellent. Very, very good. Mm-hmm. And afterwards, they came back to the Animal Kingdom with us because they were staying at Riverside, weren't they?
They were staying at Coronado.
Mm-hmm. That's
Coronado
right. They were staying at Coronado, and so we asked them to come back to the hotel with us and look at the animals, and so we did that and had a nice time with them that evening. And
beautiful resort.
It is. And then we went to bed.
That was it.
So, and then Sunday we got up.
Got up early.
And
well, not early, but we got up, had our standard breakfast at the Morrow.
I will say that was one nice thing. Normally when we go to the parks, we are up early. We are there at rope drop.
Oh, absolutely.
It was kind of nice to be able to sleep in because we didn't have any place to go or anything to do.
It actually was. It was almost nice. Cruise-like in a way.
Yeah, it was. So we decided we wanted to do something with the kids. So we decided to go play putt-putt.
Yes.
And so we let Mackenzie pick since the poor girl was devastated over the whole Epcot thing.
We did. We were like Fantasia Gardens or Winter Summerland.
Yes. And she picked Fantasia Gardens.
Yes.
So, which was really cool because she's a musical person, kind of has a musical theme to it there. Mm-hmm. And it was really, really fun.
It was fun. I was kind of worried that it might be kind of hot. Mm-hmm. It was a little later in the morning. It was getting close to midday kind of.
Yeah.
And it looked like there was going to be shade. Yeah. And then the first couple holes, there was no shade. But once we got past a couple holes in there, there was shade dispersed throughout there. There was a little bit of shade here and there. Yeah, don't go playing on a lot of shade. There's not a ton of it. No.
But
sunscreen, absolutely.
Oh, for sure. But it was fun. We had a really nice time and had a lot of fun. We played 18 holes and the kids each got a hole in one.
Yes.
We did not.
No, not at all.
Although I think you still won.
You know, I have the scorecard somewhere. If I did, it wasn't by much.
I think you won, and then it was Steven, and then Mackenzie and I tied for last.
But it wasn't like it was a big spread in the score.
No, maybe like 10 or something.
We each had our 6-stroke holes, and we each had a couple, a couple at par. So
yeah,
it was all kind of right there.
Or the famous Mackenzie putt where you put your golf club by the ball and you just walk it to the hole.
It's more of a push.
I don't think that's legal, but whatever.
She's like, it was one motion. It's one motion. It's a stroke.
So that was fun. So we had a good time there.
We did.
And then we went to lunch. We had salads.
That's right. We went off property. We hit the Cracker Barrel.
That's right. I don't recommend it.
No, the food was fine.
The food's very good.
The service was a little
crappy.
Yeah, kind of crappy.
I think
it's
crappy.
You can say crappy.
It was not good. And the thing of it is, we sat there for probably
you might hear the cat.
I'm sorry. She missed us and she's just looking for attention. The thing of it was, we sat there and watched all these other tables get waited on. We watched all the servers walk past us. Not one person said a word. So after 20 minutes, I went up to the, girl that seats you, the hostess, and said, is there anybody assigned to our section? I said, we see all these people walking by, all these people getting service. We have nothing. We're sitting here. We have menus. And she says, oh, let me check. Well, then the manager came over and he's like, I'm sorry, that's my fault. I have 2 new people that have just started today. And I forgot to tell her that after breakfast, I reassigned her and she didn't know that this was her table. So this is my fault. And I'm like, okay, well, that's fantastic, but you still need to, I mean, I was a waitress at one point in time. I did it all through college. And if you see people sitting there for a long period of time with menus on the table, you walk by and say, I'm not sure who's taking care of you. Let me find out.
Right.
Or someone will be with you as soon as possible.
No one seemed to care.
They ignored you.
And we were thirsty.
Yeah.
Surprisingly enough.
Yeah, we were very thirsty. So I was like, whatever. They just, their food is good, but their service, and I think probably one of the reasons why they stay open is because I don't think a lot of locals go to that.
There's no
Barrel.
locals that go there.
It is a visitor and a touristy type restaurant.
Yeah. One time only people are there, once and go.
Exactly. So that's why they stay open, because I'll tell you, the Cracker Barrels that depend on locals for their business would never have that kind of service. We have a Cracker Barrel here that has fabulous service.
Yeah, we do.
But it's mostly because there's local people there.
Right.
So they need to step up their service because the food is good.
It was absolutely good.
So very good. We just usually get salads for lunches, and it was very good. I love their house salad. I love their croutons, and their Thousand Island dressing is yummy. Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah. And then when we left the Cracker Barrel, we went across the street to, what is it, the Big Orange? They're on 192.
We've never been to the Big Orange. We always see it. If you've been to Orlando, you know the Big Orange.
Everyone talks about it. You see it on travel shows once in a while.
So we thought, hey, we'll stop and see. Mackenzie's at this point in time going, hey, I could use some fruit.
That's right.
She just dearly loves her fruit. It was a letdown.
Yeah, it was yeah. It was, they had real fruit outside.
Mm-hmm. But you had to buy it by the bag.
Yes.
I think you could buy like a single orange for $1, but they didn't look that good.
Yeah, they didn't look good, so we figured we'll go inside. They must have the real good stuff inside.
There's no fruit inside.
It was like, no fruit inside. It was all that gimmicky, like 1950s, 60s, 70s, Florida merchandise that you can kind of picture.
The pelicans made out of the seashells.
Yes.
Probably
Florida
left over from the 1950s.
Exactly. Florida pens, and I think I even saw like a Florida ashtray in there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was, people use the word kitschy stuff, and it was absolutely like kitschy stuff in there.
It was, definitely.
Cheapy pool towels or beach towels, I think, were in there.
The only thing I really wanted, and I wanted to do it just to irritate somebody on the cruise, which was not even a very nice thought on my part.
Oh, no.
And normally I'm a nice person.
Normally she is.
But, yeah, you have that little devil inside you every now and then.
Absolutely.
They had these big, cheap beach towels that had the big words on it that said reserved, and I thought I just wanted to buy a couple of those and stick them on some chairs by the pool, because reserving your seat by the pool was an absolute no-no.
Oh, exactly. Nobody does that.
Oh, and people who cruise a lot really get frustrated and stuff, but I thought having 4 towels in 4 different colors that said reserved on them and hanging on, I thought that really and then sit back and you watch them from another chair.
Right, exactly. Watch them take pictures and post them online. They're angry.
But we
angry
did not,
tweets.
because they were not cheap towels. They were like $12 a piece.
Yeah.
So anyway, so then we went back, got ready, and we had our Ohana dinner.
Ohana dinner. Again, you think people are overstating how good the dinner is. Mm-hmm. They're not doing it. It's very, very good.
It is. It was fabulous. It's expensive, absolutely.
Oh, it is expensive. It is expensive, but like when I balanced the checkbook today and I saw it on there, I'm like, worth every penny.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Sometimes you go back later when you're balancing, you see that amount, and you're like, could have made a better choice there, but
no, you have to do Ohana.
Saw Ohana, saw the Kobe charge on there. I'm like, totally fine with it.
Mm-hmm. So, and we had a very, very nice server. He was very good. Made sure that our plates were filled, brought us any. Steven didn't want dessert because he's not a real sweet tooth kind of person. Mm-hmm. What Steven actually wanted was another loaf of bread, and he brought it to him. He did. I think Steven ate probably 3/4 of it.
Oh, that was good bread.
He loves his pineapple coconut bread.
What was your favorite part about the dinner this time?
Oh, gosh. The pot stickers were really good.
Those are good. I took a picture of those.
Those were really, really good.
I tweeted those when we were there. I said, let the games begin.
The noodles are always so good.
That's the trick. They make those noodles so filling, but so tasty, you want to keep eating them.
I know. They were delicious. And I like that he was very nice. I'm not a big caramel person, so I don't like it when they put the sauce on top of the ice cream and the bread pudding at the end.
Oh, for part of the presentation as they serve it to you, the big gloppa. Stuff out of the little pitcher, baby pitcher.
Exactly. So it was all right. So
I know the steak is usually my favorite because I'm a big steak guy, but I think I preferred the shrimp a little bit more this time.
Yeah.
Just saying. Might just been my mood. But the steak was good. Don't get me wrong. Everything we got was good that day.
It was very, very good.
Did they change the salad a little bit, the dressing?
Yes. I don't know that I cared for it as much as I did in the past, but it was bad. It was good.
No, it was good. I can't put my finger on it. It was a little different, but everything else was, the wings came out good. Mm-hmm. So,
all right. Well, that was Sunday.
But
actually, we have to back up and talk about Saturday night.
I know. We're saving this to close to the end.
So, anyway, before we left Animal Kingdom Lodge on Saturday night, we had showered and everything before we went to dinner at Kobe, and or I had. We couldn't, but anyways, the kids wanted to take another shower, whatever. And not only that, but sometimes we shower early in the morning. Or I would shower first thing in the morning.
Sometimes I shower at night. Sometimes you shower. You always shower. So
Mackenzie goes to shower. There's no washcloths.
What? There's 4 people there. There should be 4 washcloths. What's going on?
Well, clearly something. So you go over, and you pick up the phone to dial housekeeping.
Yes, this is fantastic. I hit the housekeeping button. It goes to the valet. I'm like, okay, I've got this master now. So I decide I'll hit the valet key. That took me somewhere totally different.
Yeah.
So then I call the operator. I'm thinking it's the hotel operator.
No.
So I call her up and I said, I need housekeeping. She goes, well, what resort are you at? Apparently it was like the Disney Central.
Yeah.
So she connects me to the wrong hotel. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to take the lovely stroll down to the down to the lobby. It's a nice walk. I don't need to deal with the phone
Did you have to go to the van and get something out of the van
anyway? Yeah, I was getting something out of the van anyway.
So you go down there.
I go down here. I tell her, I need a couple extra washcloths up in the room. We only had 3 and there's 4 of us. She goes, okay.
No, we didn't have any washcloths.
Oh, we didn't have none at that point?
We had none.
Oh, I thought we were short by 1. So we didn't have any.
No, we didn't have any.
None. That's even worse.
Or maybe we had 1, so we needed 3.
Oh, that was the one. Okay, so we needed 3.
Yeah.
It's really not going to matter when we get to the end of the story because you're going to be rolling over there. So I tell the lovely lady at the desk, who was just fantastic.
Very nice.
I need some washcloths for our room. I give her the room number. I go on about my way. I get a phone call from my lovely wife, Dawn, who says,
housekeeping just called and said, I'm sorry, we're out of washcloths. Use a hand towel.
So she calls me on the phone. She goes, where are you? I said, I'm still in the lobby. Hang on, I'm coming down. I'm like, alrighty. So we come down. She comes down. We meet up. We walk over to the desk. Again, I think it was a different lovely lady there at the desk, perfectly willing to help us. And we tell her the situation.
And I said, that we have 1 washcloth. There's 4 people. We need 4 washcloths, so we need 3 more, please. She says, no problem. Let me call housekeeping. So right there, she picks up her little phone. She calls housekeeping, and I'm watching her face.
Right, absolutely.
And her face is getting this perplexed look on it. Next thing you know, her jaw is literally hitting the floor. And she is like, really? Are you sure? Really? Whatever. So she hangs up and she goes, I'm so sorry. She goes, but we're out of washcloths. And I said, you are a hotel, right? How does a hotel run out of washcloths? Right. The most basic amenity.
Yeah, exactly. A deluxe hotel, by the way.
Exactly. And she's like, she's like, hang on, and she tried her best.
She did. She went over to her manager behind the desk or something.
Exactly. And
his jaw dropped.
Exactly. So he's looking, and, she comes back and she goes, I don't know what to tell you. She goes, I don't think we can get you any washcloths. And I don't know if they do laundry on site at each hotel.
I thought they did, but maybe they don't.
Maybe they ship it out to different places.
Maybe that's a central laundry.
I don't know what they do, but anyway, he comes back and he says, well, housekeeping said you could use a hand towel. I said, do you know how thick and heavy your hand towels are? I am not using a hand towel as a washcloth. I'm at a hotel. I'm paying a lot of money to be at this hotel.
Right.
I want a washcloth.
And I think, didn't we say that the Days Inn off property probably has plenty of washcloths?
That's what I said. I've stayed at Days Inn and never had a problem getting a washcloth. And the guy kind of looked at me like, okay, shut up, lady. I'm done talking to you. And I said, Coronado Springs is right next door. Do you think maybe you could call next door and borrow a few washcloths? So he says, I'll see what we can do. Well, it wasn't too bad. Maybe within an hour or so.
Still
an hour later. And we were tired by that point.
Yeah, and we asked the first girl, and she said they were sold out.
Yeah, we said it.
I mean, room-wise, because you could get some out of the suite that nobody really stays in most of the time.
Exactly. Or is there a room that's available that has washcloths that you could borrow them and then replace them the next day?
Exactly.
She goes, no, we're sold out, which I don't know if I believe that or not, but that's okay.
I know. Who knows?
That's okay. So anyways, we did get our washcloths and we were able to shower and be fresh and clean.
Yes.
But then we went to Ohana's.
Did Ohana's.
Did our little thing. No, I'm sorry. It was when was that? The next night. Sunday night, then. We decided to go on a monorail ride.
Yeah, we went on a couple monorail
rides. That's right. We had Ohana's, monorail. So this is the next day. And we started talking with a family who was also on the monorail.
Yes.
And they were staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge, having a wonderful time. And the lady says, it was so weird, though, they ran out of washcloths. So we weren't the only ones.
No.
So we started laughing, and we were like, oh, my gosh. And she goes, yeah, we had to use a hand towel.
Oh.
I said, yeah, that's where I drew the line. I said, you need to go next door to Coronado, borrow a couple of washcloths. I'm paying enough money to stay at a hotel. I want a washcloth.
I don't need to make do.
I'm not going to make do. You're exactly right.
Yeah.
For what you pay for a deluxe hotel.
Exactly.
And I can completely 100% understand that, okay, maybe you didn't get, if it is a central laundry that they do and they ship the linens in, they didn't ship the right amount, whatever it is. I can completely understand that. But housekeeping is not to call anybody and say, use a hand towel, we're all out. You say, just a moment, I will get back with you as soon as I can.
Right.
And then you call whatever hotel you need to call and you get washcloths.
Right.
Or you go take yourself over to Central Laundry, if that is the case, and you get your guests a washcloth.
Exactly. We weren't hundreds of miles away in a space shuttle.
No. It's like, come on.
Ugh.
So, I mean, I could almost understand it if it happened on a cruise ship. You're out in the middle of the ocean. There's not a lot of options for getting extra washcloths except to wash them. And even then, I don't know if they wash them on the ship or if they take them off and bring them back on.
I thought they did.
Know.
I thought they washed them on the ship.
I don't know.
I'll have to watch some cruise specials.
Yeah, we'll see.
But that is WashclothGate 2015.
So, that was not good.
So.
But anyway, well, then we'll skip ahead.
We're going to skip our cruise. We'll talk about that in another show. But after the cruise, we drove over. Well, first we had to stop at the airport to send the boy back.
Which was a total waste of time and money.
Yeah,
now that of all the stuff that happened is now a total waste.
He was like, I have to be back for Saturday and Sunday because we're having games both days. Not so much.
Apparently it was very rainy here, so the fields were wet. Well, one got rained out and one didn't get played because the field was soaked.
Yeah.
So there was $168 well spent. But who knew?
Yeah, exactly.
Who knew?
Exactly.
So,
Ohio weather, you can't count on it.
Exactly. So we dropped him off, and then we decided to... We've stayed at Port Orleans Riverside before, but back
Years
when it
ago.
was Dixie Landings.
Yes.
We've never stayed there since it had been renamed.
Mm-hmm. A long time ago.
And so they have the special rooms there, the princess rooms and the pirate room. So we thought, we'll give it a try. We'll stay in a princess room for our closet Disney addict.
Exactly.
So, and just to check it out, see what it was like.
We're fun people.
Exactly.
We can do that.
Yeah. So we went to check-in because we can't do online check-in because we were on a cruise ship. But very, very nice girl checked us in. Very sweet.
Yes.
Very helpful. Got us a room, and our room happened to be in building 95.
Correct.
And we were a corner room, which I think the corner rooms might be a tad bit bigger than the other rooms. It just seemed a little bit bigger from what I remembered from before, or even from staying like at Coronado. The corner room just seemed a little bit
bigger. Could be because we just got off the ship in the tiny cabin, the stateroom, but it did seem like lots of floor space in there. So,
and of course, then we had two windows, one on each wall there, and we did have a beautiful view of the river.
It was a beautiful view of the river.
And the gardens that they have there were so beautiful with the fountains. And
I had forgotten all about those.
I had too. The gardens were just amazing. It was just beautiful. So we had a beautiful room. And it was a princess room.
It was.
And it's because it's Port Orleans. They have it themed for Princess Tiana. But they have the other princesses incorporated into that. But the bed is, beautiful. The headboard goes all the way to the ceiling and kind of has a little cornice that sticks out. And there's some lights there. And then there are... I thought the coolest feature of the whole thing, and maybe you can post my pictures.
Sure.
Online.
Yeah, we'll post the pictures.
I did take some pictures of the room while you guys were gone. And one of the pictures, the faucet there is actually the genie's lamp.
That was cool. I didn't notice that when we were there.
Yeah, I noticed it kind of at the last minute. I'm like, that is really cool. So, but there's a nice big dresser there, the refrigerator, and then 3 big drawers. And then in the bathroom area, the sink area, there is a nice long rod to hang up clothes, and there's a shelf to put stuff on. If you were staying for an extended time, we didn't unpack it all because we were just there one night. But and on the carpet, they have Aladdin's flying
rug.
carpet.
Flying carpet, yeah.
That was really cool.
That was very cool.
And
I did notice that right away.
Yeah, a nice table and chair.
2 chairs.
And then the air conditioner is kind of all boxed in really nice.
Yeah.
So I thought it just gave the room a really nice, elegant touch.
And it worked really well, too, the air conditioner.
It did. So
Because we're generally not a fan of the exterior door rooms. We don't like a hallway with the doors there.
Yes, and there's the cat again. I'm sorry.
Trying to get our attention.
She is. She missed us. So, but overall, we decided that we liked it so much that next year it'll have to definitely be a budget vacation for sure. But we thought we would stay at Riverside again. So
the mansions. Is that what do they call it Riverside now? Not the mansions.
Magnolia Bend is what
Magnolia Bend.
Magnolia Bend is the side they call it now. It may be the mansions. They just call it as the generic name for them.
Yeah,
but they were beautiful. So it was nice. I really, really liked it there. So we're going to get that try. Probably won't do a princess room. Probably won't pay for that since we've done that one night. We'll just have a regular room.
Yeah.
And probably we'll just do maybe a standard view.
We were staying there so we could take the water taxi down to downtown Disney.
Oh, yes.
So we went down over to the main building, and the water taxi had just pulled away.
Yes.
And it was hot.
And humid.
And we didn't really know how much longer it was going to be, so we thought,
it had been about 10 minutes. We've been waiting about 10 minutes.
We waited a little bit.
Yeah. And maybe that's normal there. I don't know.
Like we had just missed it, so
yeah.
We decided let's just drive down. The big traffic problem we had last year. It wasn't so bad this year, although there was still some issues there. We used the new parking deck.
That is so cool.
That wasn't too bad.
Their parking deck is so neat. They have a sensor that hangs over every single parking space so that when you pull in, as you go down the rows, you don't have to try to kind of look to see, is there an open space down there, not an open space? There's a display at the end of each row that will tell you there's 1 space, there's 5 spaces, or this, 0 spaces. Of course, the first floor, was full. This is set up to the second floor. And again, the nice display said full. So we went up to the 3rd level. And I think there were a few spaces there, but there was a lot of cars ahead of us. So we went on up to the 4th level where there was plenty of parking at that point. So we went up there and very easily found a parking space.
Yeah, close to the elevator.
Very close to the elevator. We took the escalator down because there was a family there with strollers, and you want to make sure the families with strollers and wheelchairs get the elevators without too much weight. So we took the escalators down, which was quite easy to do.
Very easy.
And then we went to Splitsville.
Which dropped us off right at the door to
It did. We were right there by Splitsville. We didn't have to walk hardly at all. So that was really nice. So you, Mackenzie, and I played...
hour and 15 minutes. So.
I think we were able, because the 3 of us were able to squeeze in 3 games of bowling.
Yep.
And of course we had
2 cones of fries.
Oh, the cone of fries with the chive dip. Oh, so yummy. And then I was just really, really in the mood for a grilled cheese. I was just looking for some comfort food.
Which wasn't actually on the menu.
It wasn't on the menu, but they can get it for you.
Yeah, it's a secret. She said it's on their secret menu.
Yeah, and she goes, "You want some bacon on that?" I want some bacon on that. That was good.
That's right.
And Mackenzie had chicken fingers.
And I had the cheeseburger sliders.
Yeah, that was all very tasty.
It was all very good.
I had a Coke, and Mackenzie had milk, and
I had an iced tea.
It was very good. So, and then we were done with that. We didn't really stay in downtown Disney.
No, we thought about watching the movie. Mackenzie just wanted... Well, she said she wanted to swim.
Yes.
So we packed up. We went back to the hotel. And she decided she didn't want to swim.
Well, that's okay because it was thundering.
Yeah, it started to thunder, and that's when the lightning started.
There was a lot of thunder and lightning. Not too much rain. Rain intermittent where we were. But there were some severe thunderstorm warnings, not very far from Disney World. But
right. You can probably hear the cat rubbing on the microphone.
Yeah, we'll get her down.
That's all right.
Come here, sit on my lap, baby.
Everybody has pets.
Yeah.
Oh, there she goes.
So, but it was really fun. And then we came back, and I decided I really wanted to read my book. And
you wanted a, what was that called, a tumbler cup?
Oh, I don't know what they're. This is the cups with the straw.
Yeah, the insulated cups with the straw. They're plastic.
Yeah, I like to take my juice to work in the morning with them. So
Mackenzie and I, we did a little quest on the Resort Loop. We thought we'd see how many different kinds of cups we could find on the Resort Loop. We went to the Polynesian. We skipped the Grand Floridian, she didn't want to stop there, so we stopped at the Contemporary. Same mug, both places.
Yeah. So
we got one of those cups, and then we went on the, she wanted to take the Epcot Loop again. We took the Epcot Loop, and we were waiting at the station quite a while for this next monorail. And the guy says, we're sorry this line's running a little bit late. The other monorail just left the station at Epcot, but it's running on reduced power. Really? Okay. Are you going to take this off the track? He didn't say anything about it. So they pulled in, everybody got off, we got on, they closed the doors, and then they say, we're going to reboot the monorail real quick. So we figured, okay, maybe this will resolve the speed problem. Shut it down, You would think rebooting the monorail might not take the whole thing down. It took the whole thing down. Air conditioner stopped, power went off. I was thinking, you might want to have done this with the doors open just in case.
Yeah.
But it did. It came up like about a minute and a half later. Everything was fine, and we were at full speed over to Epcot.
It's good.
Yeah, so that was fine. But by that time, the monorail was crowded because it was we had to wait quite a while for it, so a line had backed up. So it wasn't quite the relaxing ride there and back because also the traffic built up at the other station.
Yeah.
But it was a nice ride. Anytime you can ride a monorail is a good day.
Absolutely.
So we got off there, and then
I said I was hungry. I wanted some dinner, so I called you.
You did.
And we did Cracker Barrel again, but this time we got takeout.
We got takeout. And the order was correct.
Yes, it was. We do have
to.
So
I was very happy with that.
Give them points for that. I guess I had no problem with the food. It's the service that isn't the best there.
Right.
So, but the food was tasty.
Yep.
So.
But I asked Mackenzie, she wanted to walk from the Transportation Ticket Center to the Polynesian instead of taking the monorail. So we walked right by the Joffrey's cart. So I got my cup of coffee. This is the Joffrey's 30th anniversary blend. Still fantastic. And we walked over with a little thunder, and the palm trees were swaying. The Polynesian like a typhoon was about to hit. It was kind of cool. But we didn't really hit anything. It was just kind of the mood it was set. So
I just stayed in the room and read my book. Oh, we had a little problem with the TV. The little TV, the upper channels would not come in. They would come in and then they would go out.
Yeah, the pixelate and the audio would cut out.
It was kind of annoying. So we called the front desk about that, and they did send a maintenance worker over who was from Jamaica. And he was very, very nice, very knowledgeable. He said, I know what happened. He said, there's a couple wires back here. And he said, people try to pull the TV out and it loosens the wires. And so he fixed it right away, and we didn't have any more problems.
Very nice.
So it was good. So we had a good time. And then we drove back.
Straight through.
18 hours.
Was it just 18 hours?
It was 8. We left, we left a little bit before 8, and we got back a little bit before 2 a.m. Yeah,
we hit backups at well before Columbia, and they're I-26. We hit backups at Columbia, and then was it that other side of Charlotte? It was the other side. Usually it's the south side of Charlotte we have a problem with. This was the other side of Charlotte.
Yeah.
Once we got past that, though, it was smooth sailing, but by that point it was just
yeah. I think I'm too old to do it straight through. And every year I say, we're going to stop, and then we just say...
Well, initially we thought about stopping going down when we had 3 or 4 extra days.
Yeah.
No, not so much.
Nope.
But that's our vacation. That's our Walt Disney World portion of the vacation.
There you go.
There you go. We'll do another show here in another week or two, and we'll give you the caught up on the Disney cruise portion of the vacation, which was just fantastic.
It was just absolutely fantastic. So we cruised with some friends who have a special needs son. And we cruised with our friend who has some foot care issues. And so we'll talk a little bit about first aid about her experience there. And give you a little day by day what we did.
There you go.
That's right. There you go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Scott. You can find me on Twitter at ResortLoopTim, at Facebook at Tim Resort Scott, and on the website, ResortLoop.com. You can follow Bob Collar everywhere he is. He's all over social media. He is a mogul.
I guess.
Everybody, thanks for joining us. This has been ResortLoop.com, the gateway to the magic.
See you, everybody.